Alright, so this is college algebra. We're looking at section 1.1. Before we get started, I did take the liberty of opening up the textbook, which you can get there from eText, and as a table of contents, go to eText, and you can pull up whatever section. I do recommend that you go through and just become familiar with the terms and vocabulary. You can also see several examples of them working out equations. I have the book really zoomed in, so I have to scroll. But they give you some examples, and they're showing you step by step once they give you, terms. So here's an example, and they're explaining what they do. Because I'm just going to be showing a bird's eye view, or kind of like a bare minimum of what you need to get through your homework. So they give you a lot more information in depth, some about where it comes from, and you got these definitions. So it would be good to look at this. I will be, again, kind of giving you an overview, bare minimum, and just what you need to be able to do the assignments. Okay, so do take the time to look through the text. Alright, so problem number 1, it just wants us to solve the equation. So you need to know the order of operations. We need to go backwards, and we need to figure out what does x need to be so that this equation is equal to 0. So we write down 4x plus 20 equals 0. So we're going to work backwards. We're going to get rid of everything and leave x alone. So the last thing we do in order of operation is add and subtract. So we're going backwards. It says add 20. We want to get rid of it, so we're going to subtract 20. And when we say from both sides of this equal sign. So positive and a negative 20 goes to 0. Bring down the 4x, and then bring down equal. 0 minus 20, negative 20. And then this means 4 times x. So to get rid of multiplication, we divide. Divide by 4, divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. We just strike a line through it. It's just 1x. But they don't write that 1. It's just understood. You can see that there's 1x, so they don't think that 1. And if you write it, sometimes it'll kind of wrong, but usually it's incorrect to write that 1. But it's just 1. And then over here, we do negative 20 divided by 4, and that gives us a negative 5. Alright, when you get your answer, go back and double check. Take that answer, plug it in, make sure it works out. So we get 4, if x is negative 5, plug in a negative 5, and then plus 20, and check that that equals 0. That will give you a negative 20 plus 20 equals 0, and then we get 0 equals 0. So it checks out. So that's the way you want to work it and check your answer. So here we're going to plug in negative 5. That is the answer that we got for x, and then we check.